Hi, I'm West. Welcome to Past 2 AMs with Quackalope, and we are going to play Star Realms: Rise of the Empire from Wise Wizard Games. I love Star Realms so much, and when I found out they were doing a legacy, I just really made sure I wanted to be a part of this particular video. I'm super excited.
Oh man, West.
I'm so excited.
I'm not only thrilled to be playing a 4-part little episodic game, I love story. I love narrative.
Yep.
I love watching something build to a fruition. And your demise is going to be one of the most satisfying things I've ever seen.
That is not how this is going to go. Not at all.
Going to be
I'm painting
ridiculous.
all the ships pink, and the flamingos are taking down the ducks today. 100%.
Oh man, I am more excited than ever to take West down. Let's be honest. Deck building games are some of my favorite genres of games, period. Drafting, deck building. That's me. I'm right there. That's right next to flavor text for me. West doesn't know what's coming. Here's the thing. We only have 4 episodes in this prototype.
Correct.
This is going to leave us wanting to play the final game. You know that, right?
Unfortunately, yes. It is one of the things that I am not looking forward to at the end of this, is to celebrate my win, but also feel sad about the situation that I'm not going to get to play the other ones right away.
I'm trying to think of like odds, like bets, like what's the mark we're putting on this. We'll have to think about that through the course of this, because a price needs to be paid for the loser.
I love playing against Jesse because he's generally pretty easy to beat. Unfortunately, on camera, he seems to be getting a lot better. I used to beat him every time on camera, but for some reason recently he's gotten significantly better, or I've gotten worse. But I know this game, and he's just an amateur at it, so I think I have this one.
It's true, West has more experience with Star Realms than I do, but I'm an agent of chaos, and this is a brand new Star Realms game, a legacy game, one that requires thought, purpose, future planning, and of course, giant bombs. I'm gonna blow his sockets off. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
An empire is born. After years of careful planning, rebellious members of the Trade Federation's Outer Rim launch into an attack on local supply ships and forces, seeking to gain autonomy.
Do you know what? I have a great idea.
I'm just giving you side eye because you just attacked my ships. The newly formed coalition of planets calls itself the Star Empire. Both sides work quickly to secure the allegiances of smaller factions in the Outer Rim. Star Empire goes first, no additional effects. Alternate win condition: if either player uses their last upgrade sticker this game, they win immediately.
I have a condition.
What's your idea? What's your condition?
Whoever wins has to buy the other one, has to back it on Kickstarter for the other. That is so good.
We're both getting copies.
I mean, we are, but still.
But
like, I won't have to pay for mine.
You're saying... Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah. I can save a little bit of money.
Right.
Just to have you purchase a copy for me.
Exactly.
And we're going to be playing together, too, which makes sense anyway.
I mean,
I'm down for that.
Perfect.
Loser of this 4-part...
Loser of this 4-part.
Buys the other person their copy.
Can't wait to take
Are we like fancy all in?
We're fancy all in.
We gotta be, right?
Oh yeah, all in.
But not past stuff, because you already own all the past stuff.
I already own all the past stuff. Yeah, just this
I don't
version.
own all the past stuff.
Well, that's your problem. You can add all that in you want, but I'm just going to give you that stuff.
I'll send you the bill, don't worry.
Yeah, okay, fair.
You're going to be crushed.
My experience with Star Realms is this was actually the first deck builder game that I really got into. I was never a huge Magic fan. I know, you can at me all you want in the comments, it's fine. It just wasn't my thing, okay? Just chill. But I absolutely love Star Realms. I have all the expansions. I have everything that could possibly be. When I heard that there was a legacy version, I had to be part of it. I play this game quite often. I actually gave it to my best friend, and he plays it with me when he comes down to my house and spend time together. I play it on my phone, on the app. I absolutely love this game.
So this gameplay video is not a sponsored video from Wise Wizard Games. However, we do have a sponsored preview with them. So please keep that in mind as we get excited and dive in. This is something extra that West and I wanted to do, but we do have a relationship with the publisher all the same. So we've set this up. If you upgrade effectively, you actually get a benefit towards driving endgame. Do you play thematic, or do you play like long-term strategic? Because there's 2 ways to go into this.
Yeah, so I am playing long-term strategic for sure, but thematically at the same time.
I hear. So I start with 3 cards because
you do start with 3 cards.
Now we do need to acknowledge one side thing. We happen to be playing with some chunky metal coins.
Yes, because we like coins.
For us, resemble, the galactic might and the power. This is going to be our health. There are cards that you actually play with in the core game that track your health. You don't need or get metal coins. However, kind of like poker chips, I like incorporating things that give me a better play experience.
Exactly. What could be better than nice, chunky, heavy coins?
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, let's do this.
Do it.
I hate going first in this game, honestly. So today I'm playing the Star Empire. And this is a prequel to the original Star Realms series, meaning I get to determine the fate of the galaxy. Here we have the nuisance faction, the freight shippers, the traders that are trying to break away from our great galactic oneness. I'm not going to let that happen. No, sir. When the aliens show up, when the rest of culture and civilization descends upon our realm, they'll find a unified front. They'll find a galactic world that is yet to split apart. Well, except now. I mean, we're currently splitting apart. I'm gonna reform, like a weld, like a very hot weld. They're gonna bond them to me with missiles. I've got a 0.1 and a draw card, which is great. 2 cost value. And you're going to discard a card from your hand, and I'm going to be doing 3 damage to you immediately.
Wow, really?
That was my draw.
So here's some basics on Star Realms. You probably know most about it, but I'm just going to give you a quick overview. Here you have your market in front of you, and during your turn, you're going to be grabbing 5 cards from your deck. And as you're working through those 5 cards, these are the things that you have in front of you. You're going to have the ability to grab trade, which are going to be these money icons. And then you'll also have things like damage icons, and this one actually gives you some additional health. In this particular fortune here, what we're looking for is we're going to spend our trade to be able to buy cards from the market. When you buy a card from the market, it goes directly into your discard pile. In this particular version, there's also some text on the very bottom that says, when acquired, something special happens. Now, right here, for instance, this one says, when you acquire this card, you may scrap a card in your hand. So those can be very valuable items.
You're actually doing 4 damage.
Oh, wait,
to me.
that's get souped up. I didn't even see that I had those paired together.
Dang.
I'm perfectly fine with 5 damage total.
Not at all. 5 is not good.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I only have a cost value of 2, so
Thank God.
if I purchase something right now, I would not be able to immediately upgrade it, which puts me on my heels a bit. Let's see what this big guy is here. When you acquire this card, you may scrap a card in your hand. Do I want to dump something immediately? You love dumping stuff. And the cluster is just going to be an outpost faction that gives me a little bit more control and board damage.
One of the things that I absolutely love about Star Realms is the ability to get rid of cards and streamline your deck. I know that's a standard deck building thing, but I absolutely love going through and trying to buy just one type of card at the absolute maximum 2. I will go above and beyond and purchase the Explorer ships, which are ships that you can just throw away, basically, to avoid adding bad cards to my deck. I love really focusing on one major team to be able to build the strongest deck possible. My favorite part is really killing someone with 50 or 60 points of damage in one round.
I think it's a great plan.
When you acquire this card, you may scrap a card in your hand. Cannot purchase this one. This is going to be another scrap ability as well. I could buy both diggers.
You could.
Clutters my hand a little bit, though.
It does.
I could buy your finder, but I don't. I kind of want to, but then again, I also don't. I am going to go ahead and purchase the cluster.
Okay.
I'm not going to have the money to be able to upgrade it, which is very disappointing. But
Are you scrapping one from your hand? Or
I
no?
am going to scrap one from my hand, but that's going to be my first pick.
So you have to scrap something that you can't. So you can't scrap any of the trade ones.
Yeah, I know. It's going to reduce the damage. So 4 damage total. Viper is going to leave my hand. I think that's a fair trade. I get some long play damage in, but I lose a little bit of cyclical damage. What you doing?
How do you win? Well, there's actually 2 ways to win this particular game. It's very exciting. The first option you can do is to just take out your opponent. Your opponent either has 50 health or 55 if they happen to win the last round. So as long as you can do 50 points of damage over a period of time to your opponent, congratulations, you're the winner. The other option is that if you can use 5 of these stickers, So the stickers on this side go on your cards and cost 2 trade value each. The stickers on this side will go on your stations, and they cost 3 trade each. If you can use 5 of these, so just 1 from each column, you will actually win a diplomatic victory. So you don't have to defeat your opponent, you just have to be able to spend enough coin to be able to upgrade enough cards. So in theory, someone could potentially win this within, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 rounds, depending upon if you get lucky with enough trade cards.
You discard something?
No, not yet, because I didn't like the idea of discarding, but I will go ahead and discard the Viper, and that means that I have 4
buy.
to purchase something from you.
Oh, the Moonyard just came out.
It did,
It's
but
a
it
nice
is
location. It's too expensive,
unfortunately 5.
though. I'm glad.
So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take this finder.
Yeah, I thought so.
And
What's that finder do for you?
this finder says that I either get 2 trade or I can acquire a card of the cost of 2 or less for free and put it on top of my deck, so it'll have it the very next turn.
Go ahead and refresh the market, see if there's something else that you want.
And there isn't, even if there was. Wow, there's 2
nice.
Moonyards. I am going to go ahead and spend the extra 2 and upgrade my card, though.
Okay.
I feel like that's a good thing to do, and I get to be the first one to do it, which makes me even happier.
What are you putting on?
How does the stickering work? Stickering is actually the easiest part of this game. When you acquire something from the trade row here, this one, for instance, is a 1 value item. You're going to take your sticker sheet that is available to you, and for an extra 2 trade, you could actually use the value 1 sticker here at the top, which will allow you to then cover the bottom 2 lines on this particular card. And in this area, this would actually give us an additional 2 damage and 2 health if we were to add this one to our particular piece. The other thing that you'll do is upgrade the sticker icon here on the top. So it will still be part of this particular faction, which is the scavenge ship. And you'll be able to take this icon here and you will upgrade it over top of the scavenge icon. So it'll still be that triangular square scavenge option, but it will be part of my trade federation. So in that, it'll allow me to count this as both a trade federation as well as a scavenger for any of the upgrades here on the bottom, which would be an excellent way for me to make my deck stronger than Jesse's.
The most important part, however, is that it also becomes part of the trade federation now. Which I think is even more exciting.
Yeah, it sets you into your own little market. Mm-hmm. Is that your whole turn?
That will be my whole turn, yes.
Weak.
Weak? You're so rude.
Weak. Okay. Scout, 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 scout. I've got 5 money. The sad part is there's not a ton out here that I desperately want, which is frustrating. I could go ahead and purchase your Earl card, which I kind of like. That would sub it over towards my faction. I wouldn't start getting faction abilities for it, but I would go ahead and get the 2 damage immediately, and I would be able to go ahead and pay for the level 3 upgrade.
But you're not going to take one of those Moonyards?
I like the Moonyards. I don't get to upgrade them when I purchase them, though.
Well, just because you don't have the money yet doesn't mean you can't do it later.
Well, there's no range 5. There's no cost 5 upgrade to start with. So does that mean that it would have to be a cost 6 and
Oh, yeah, there's no cost 5 upgrade. You're right. Yeah, so you can't do it.
So my thought, I think I'm going to go with Earl. I'm going to do a little bit of a weird strategy.
Okay.
Purchasing into this is going to give me a lot of cost in the future. 2 damage coming in your direction.
Okay.
I'm going to pay the additional 2 to go ahead and upgrade this.
Okay.
So this pops off here, and this is going to upgrade here. Mm-hmm. I'm not the best at stickers. I always have Shira do them. I'm going to be honest about that.
What did it say underneath?
When you acquire this card, gain 2 damage.
Okay.
Yep.
So I took my 2 damage.
Doing that correctly.
I forgot to
now, I have a bit of extra damage, and I'm going to sub this in. So this is now part of my tribe.
Yep. All right.
Do I need to do stickers or anything else? Or
Nope,
no?
that's it.
Okay.
And then just re-sleeve her and she'll be good to go.
That'll work for me.
Okay. I have a much better round this turn.
Now, the interesting thing is, this card, because it's a star, I do get to chain the bottom ability here. Mm-hmm. So the card could still be pretty valuable.
It could be. The unfortunate thing right now is that there is absolute garbage.
That's what I was hoping for.
Out here. They're all like exactly the same, and they're all just bupkis. Do I want to take any of those? I mean, I can.
Oh, don't clutter your deck, man.
I hate cluttering my deck. It makes me very frustrated.
Yeah, don't clutter your deck up.
I am hoping that I'm able to get some decent pieces to come off of this board. I can't believe that all of the cards sitting up here already at the very beginning of the game are all of the same faction, and they're none of the ones that I wanted. This is completely against the concept that I'm going for. I wanted to dig into just one faction, maybe add a card or two of the other, and here I am upgrading tons of cards for ones that don't mean anything to me. This is not how I wanted it to go.
I really like the idea of upgrading in this game. And so that's the victory point that I'm going to go for. I like doing damage, don't get me wrong. If I get the opportunity to just sling a bunch of rockets into West's face, I'll do that. But I kind of like playing into the theme or strategy or new mechanics that a game presents. And this one's Legacy, so why not upgrade everything?
Alright, so I'm going to play this first, which will allow me to draw a card, and it will do 2 points of damage to you. And unfortunately, I'm not going to get the good benefit from that, so I now have a total of 6 trade to use.
You could buy every one of those diggers.
I could.
That's a good investment.
The first thing I'm going to do, I am going to buy a digger just to clear the trade route a little bit so I can see what's under. And I'm glad I did, because now I have 4 to be able to use for that.
No upgrades, though.
No upgrades, but that's
what does the lifter do for you?
The lifter, so when I acquire this, I may draw a card and discard a card.
Nice.
I don't want to discard a card yet, though, because, I could end up discarding something good. And I've already played all my cards, so I'd rather not do that.
You had 1 coin left, technically.
I had 1 card left?
You had 1 coin left. 6 total money.
Oh, yeah. I still have 1.
4.
Yeah.
So you could discard a coin card.
I could.
So you could do the draw up to see what you get, and then discard a coin card if you wanted.
You're smart.
I am.
And kind.
Only on Thursdays, though. Clean damage, trade a coin for a hit.
I will, yes, do that. That works for me.
3 damage on me. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's not going to be enough. My turn?
Yes, when I acquire this card, I can scrap a card in my hand. I don't want to do that, so I'm good. Yep.
All right. Draw a card. See what we draw into. Coin, 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 coin.
That's a lot of coins.
It's going to be a total of 6 buy, which is where you were sitting as well. And sadly for myself, the market, once again,
is trash.
Is pretty garbo. Mm-hmm. However, I did just purchase into that tower-style card.
You did.
I'm going to buy that for 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and pay 2 to put my upgrade on it.
And you're going to hit me for 2 damage for that, so that is...
So...
seem to be going down and not up.
Putting this sticker. So the sticker that I'm upgrading, target opponent discards a card, and it's going to give me 2 damage. And I need to go ahead and stick on my Spire. I like upgrading your cards.
Well, they're not my cards.
They're your faction.
Purple.
I'm recruiting your side of the playing field.
Well, I think they're all my side of the playing field. It's just that you're
the purple cards
evil.
are the kingdom ships.
Mm-hmm.
So I like recruiting the kingdom into my arsenal.
I see.
Sweet. All right. That leaves me with 3 buy left. What just came out? Another Sentry.
Mm-hmm.
3 buy is kind of garbo right now.
Yeah. You could just get rid of these 2.
I don't know that I want to... I don't know that my deck wants that much stuff. So we're going to go ahead and grab an Explorer.
Okay.
Which you know that what's going to happen the moment that comes back into my hand. The other thing to keep in mind with upgrading in this game is that these cards live with us from Session 1 to Session 2 to Session 3. The more efficient and precise I can be with where and how I upgrade cards, the better the next game's going to go for me. It's a strategic element that you usually don't have to think about in games that don't have carryover elements. Debuffing West's cards, upgrading mine, and staying within a particular pattern or theme is important. Let's just say I'm adding a lot of damage to a lot of cards that already have a lot of damage.
So I'm going to use this one first, which
Finder.
is one of my new upgraded cards, which is beautiful.
You're going to blow it up for 4 damage?
I'm not going to do that yet. But I am going to use its ability potentially for acquiring a 2-value card to put on top of my deck. But right now I'm not going to do that yet because there's still garbage sitting up here.
It's a bad market.
So I have a total of 6 trade that I currently have.
Buy a Moonyard. You know they're good.
I do love the idea of a Moonyard, but I really don't want one right now.
Okay, don't do that, Ben. That's a bad idea.
I am going to take one of my Century ships here.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend 2 to upgrade it. So that is a good thing.
I like that our upgrade pathways are unique as well.
Another digger.
Did you shuffle? Yeah, I saw you shuffle.
I did.
This deck.
I shuffled them all extremely well. And not so much.
I mean, we are like a mining federation, so it makes sense that when war starts, the first people out there is like a mining base, like a Moonyard, and then just all the scrapyard digging ships you can muster.
Very much.
Reminds me of like Ender Game sprinting across the land. I take 2 damage because of that card.
You do take 2 damage, yep.
No worries. I can handle that by throwing one of them onto the ground.
That's a good place for it.
That's a good place.
And upgrade this little guy here in the corner. Beautimus. Okay. And now I have 3 more left.
Okay.
I was really hoping for something better.
My upgrade pathway, I'm already starting to notice, is more aggressive than yours. You've got more of that split damage and mitigation.
Yep. So I'm going to acquire...
Why wouldn't you?
This digger because it's a 1.
Oh.
Wow, that's really nice. And this will allow me to, when I acquire this card, I can scrap another card from my hand. So I'm actually going to scrap this scout and just pretend I never played it. And that leaves me with 1 trade left over.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that. I'm just going to call it good.
All right, let's check this out. I'm going to establish a cluster, which is dealing 2 damage. When you acquire this card, you may scrap it. I just didn't acquire at the moment. I have an Imperial Fighter, 2 damage. The opponent's going to discard a card.
Okay.
Do I have the pair for that? Oh, that pairs, right? Because I now have the star.
It does, yep.
So that's going to do an additional 2 damage. And do they both pair off of each other? Okay, so this one's also going to do 2 more damage, and you're going to discard another card. So you're discarding 2 cards from your hand this cycle.
That sucks.
I've got a buy value of 3 for 5 total buy value. Okay, this is amazing. So let's take a look at the damage that I'm dealing to you first.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you're discarding 2 cards.
That sucks.
That's amazing.
Your version of amazing is not the same as mine.
Lovely. It's beautimous. Okay. Here's the next puzzle. I cannot upgrade Explorer cards, can I? They don't have a ridge
No, there's no. You can't
buy.
upgrade those.
So I kind of need this. This row is bad. 5 total buying power. Mm-hmm. That means that if a 2 came out next, I would be able to substitute it and still upgrade. I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy a digger. When you acquire this card, you may scrap a card from your hand. I'm not going to scrap a card. I'd have to choose to scrap before a new card comes out, correct?
Yeah, you'd have to basically say you hadn't played these yet.
I'm not going to do that. Go ahead and pull that off.
Okay.
Need a 2.
Seriously.
3 with the Hunter. And I don't have the money to upgrade that, and I've already upgraded the 3 pathway. I'm going to cut my ties here. I can buy 2 more, pulling 2 Explorers out. What a shame.
Yes, what a terrible, horrible...
What a shame, West. I only
shame.
have 3 space missiles in my deck at the moment.
Horrible. I don't know whatever you would do.
No, it's...
All right, so I have my Federation shovel here, and then I have...
It's a shovel, but I appreciate how you're using it.
Yeah. And then I have my Finder, which actually will activate this, so I'll get 4 life back, which I'm really excited about. And I have this one, which also pairs with this one, so I've got more trade here, which is really great.
Oh, I should not have... sorry, I removed my base.
Oh, yes, put your base back up.
Cluster stays here.
Okay, the good news is that there's multiple things here that are showing, which is nice. So I could acquire something for a value of 2 and put it immediately on top of my deck. And I could also acquire a base for 1 less cost, which makes buying a level 5 base something that might actually make sense at this point.
Yeah.
Or, even better, this level 7 base.
Do you have the coin for that?
I currently have 2, 4, 7, 8, and 9.
You got plenty of coin.
So I'm going to buy this for 6, which means I still have 3 left over. And unfortunately, it doesn't go on top of my deck, which is not as great.
Oh.
And because I still have the 4 left over, right? Yep, I'm going to take this as well. And this is a card cost of 2 or less. Doesn't have to be a ship. So that's going directly on top of my deck.
Okay.
And I still have 2 more left. And I'll buy another Finder, which is beautiful.
Nice.
Yes.
All right.
And you take no points of damage, but I got my 4 points back, so I'm okay.
Reset that market for me.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what we can do. Oh, a 4. Hello. It's not the faction that I want.
No, it's not. It's my faction.
It is your faction.
It's the ones that I prefer.
So, playing out these 2 cards, that's going to give me a total damage value right now of 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus you discard 2 cards again.
That is brutal.
I like this little thing I have going on here.
Very
I
brutal.
like this combination.
That hurts
this
a lot.
is lovely, this whole...
These are 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you're sure because I've upgraded this, those 2 pair together?
2 pair together.
Wow. And I've got a buy value of, sadly, only 3.
Just shy of that list.
Just shy.
You can get both that hunter and the digger.
No,
you
just
could
a
just get
3.
the digger.
I think I'm going to buy the hunter.
Okay.
I wish I could upgrade it, but I'm not in a position to do so, but it's good to add that into my hand. I'm kind of leaving my stomach open a bit. I don't have any heavy defense. I don't have a lot of healing abilities, but what I do have is an arsenal, a growing stockpile of just straight, visceral damage. Pure firepower. It might not get me to the end of the game, depending on how Wes sets up his deck, but it could just be enough to close the gap ahead of whatever it is he's planning. I think you're on your back foot.
I am on my back foot, which is very unfortunate, especially since you keep kicking cards off, which is not okay with me. We forgot to do the acquire, but that's okay. Totally fine.
What acquire?
I could scrap a card in my hand.
Oh,
But
my
it doesn't
hunter.
matter.
When you acquire this card, you may scrap a card in your hand as well. So I also had one of those, but I used all my money to buy it.
Yep.
So do you
Totally
want to sub
Nope,
yours?
Not at all.
Okay.
So I'm going to put out my cluster. So now we each have a cluster, which makes me feel slightly better about this whole situation. And I have my Century and a Scout, which nothing matches right now, which is
Love that for you.
the absolute terribleness that I'm in.
Yeah.
This is just
I love
horrendous.
that for you.
So
That's
I'm
because
going
I care, Wes.
to do 5 points of damage to you, sir.
Thank you.
And
These are
I'm just
not real gold. It's actually much harder than gold. It would hurt.
I'm just going to take the digger.
You've got a lot
because
of diggers.
I do. I feel like this is just the ridiculousness that we're stuck in. Of course. More things for you.
Hello, Finder Fee. All right, my turn.
How many cards are you making me discard this time?
Enough.
I feel like it's going to be 4.
Enough. Actually, not quite that much, because I have 4 buy power.
Well,
with my scouts.
hallelujah.
I have a 3, so that's going to bring me up to 7 buy power and
Great.
a damage coming your way. I don't have a match for this, sadly enough.
Thankfully.
Plus another damage, or another 2 damage from my cluster, which is activated, but 7. 7 is enough to do some nonsense. Mm-hmm. I hate that my cycle of cards are not coming out, though. But I am going to purchase this archer.
Okay.
I'm going to upgrade this archer. So that'll be 4 out of my 7. That'll leave me with 3 left.
Okay.
My upgrade is going to let me scrap it to draw a card or just deal 2 additional damage, which is a nice little pocket. And when I acquire this card, I will gain 2 damage against you. So go ahead and pop that off.
Sheesh.
Yep. So let's stick that there. And there's something satisfying about, like, a deck building game that lets me sticker stuff.
I agree. Especially it being sleeved as well, so that the stickers aren't going to start falling off or anything weird like that. It's very nice.
There's something that I'm really liking about this. 3 value left.
Yep. You know you're going to do it.
Do what?
Just buy the second archer.
Why?
Wouldn't you?
I can't upgrade it.
So?
There's no straight upgrade pathway. It's a ton of damage.
Yeah.
I'm trying to rip your skin off.
I see that.
I guess the archer makes sense. You wanted it, though, so the rogue gets cleared.
And it also gives me another 2 points of damage.
A distributor. Value 8 location there.
Super nice. If I can get enough coin to be able to do something with it, that'd be fantastic. And unfortunately, because I am so spread thin...
I'm sorry, that was a maniacal laugh.
It was a bit...
Wes, this hand's beautiful. I love this hand for you.
Yeah?
I love it for you.
That's so great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you did that for me.
I cannot wait for you to get me a copy of this game. I am really looking forward to this.
You know, just because you win the first round doesn't mean you're going to win the second, third, or fourth round.
What?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
You know, you can be extra positive about it. It's fine.
I hear what you're saying. You're also wrong, but that's all right. You're allowed to be. Buddy, you're allowed to be wrong.
It's possible occasionally.
Yeah.
I don't always get things correct. So I have a total of 5 value currently. And do I just want to lean into things here? Because I feel like I should just lean into some stuff at this point. Because it's just not enough to do what I want. If I had 6, I could upgrade a nice lifter there. But I don't have 6. All right, I'm just going to take the Moonyard. So that's my 5.
That's a good purchase.
And here comes something else that's extremely good for me and that I am not going to buy.
The whole market is good for you right now. You realize that?
Yeah, I know.
That's all your faction.
It's fabulous. So you take 5 points of damage.
Rather not. We considered not?
No, but when I acquire this, I could scrap a card in my hand. I'm actually going to scrap a card, so take 1 less point of damage.
I will do 1 less point of damage.
Because I'm going to get rid of this Viper over here.
All right, on to me?
Yep.
Or on delay. Smuggler, 1 point, draw a card. Oh, hello, beautiful digger. Scout, giving me 1 coin. This giving me, right now, 2 coins and 2 damage. So go ahead and set 2 damage off to the side. And now I want to take a look.
It's actually going to be 4.
It's going to be 4 because of the base. It's going to be more, actually.
Okay. Cool. I just
want to start the process, start the conversation with you about this.
Gotcha.
I've got a total buy value of 4.
Okay.
That would let me purchase and upgrade one of those litter cards. I kind of like that because the moment a 6 comes out, I'm in a good spot. So 4 is going to buy this.
It doesn't let you upgrade it, though.
It does with that.
Oh, it does. Yes.
So this is going to let me do an upgrade here. Mm-hmm. Now, West, what do you think is left in my hand?
Something that's going to make me discard something.
4 damage coming your way.
Wow.
Both of these are being cycled out of my hand, back into their respective decks.
So another 4 damage. Wow, I am teetering on the brink of death here.
In both directions.
Whew.
I've upgraded everything but 1.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was trying to do and somehow failing miserably at it.
And I've pulled your health down.
Whew.
I don't really understand what Jesse's talking about when he talks about missiles, because what he's throwing at me are atom bombs. These are not missiles. I mean, 10, 15 points of damage in 1 round, that's insane. This is way too much damage for the first round of this. And add on top of that every single time he seems to be able to upgrade something, it feels like I am going to lose this way faster than I thought I was.
All right.
Well, at least I didn't have to discard.
Have you been doing damage from your cluster to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just went up last time anyway, so. Okay.
Refresh that market.
Yep. Yet another cluster. Yay. Okay, I'm going to play this first, so I get to draw another card.
System Police. So right now you're dealing 4 damage in my direction.
Correct. And I'm going to help myself out quite a bit here by giving myself 6 points of health back.
You got that regen. I don't have any regen abilities at the moment.
I need it because you're kicking my butt.
I hope so.
But this so far is quite a bit of damage here, which is a little nice. I'm feeling relatively decent about it. And then I'm going to play my 2 digger cards and a scout. So I'm going to hold on to my scout for a second just in case. But this does give me quite a bit of things here. So full on, you've got 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage. So it's not bad for a round. I feel relatively good about that.
It's a pretty good hit.
Yeah. And I have 4, 6... I only have 6? Man, okay. So the best thing for me to do is to keep screwing up. That's what the best thing is for me to do. I am going to kill this, though. So take away 3 of that damage and give it back to you and kill that cluster. Yeah.
You know I liked that guy.
I did.
I pinged you. That was 8 damage you just ignored there.
It's ridiculous. It wasn't ignored. I had no way to kill it.
Ignored.
So
I'm gonna left it sitting there.
I'm going to take my lifter, and I'm going to spend the extra 2 on upgrading the lifter.
Refresh that market.
Yeah.
What am I getting?
Another archer.
I don't know that I want another archer. All right. Let's see what we can do. Money, money, draw a card. Money, 4 buy at the moment. Got a lifter, which is going to give me 3 buy. Now, West, I should have upgraded this corner.
I have to be honest, I was a little concerned that stickering was going to be a little bit of a hindrance. It's actually really fun, and it makes the cards look really unique as well, and it gives us that extra point of damage. The main thing we have to keep paying attention to is when we acquire to be able to do that special action. Other than that, I think stickering is actually a lot faster and easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. I was like, why?
I need it as well.
It's this one for me, right?
It's this one here.
Yep. Because I'm going to be able to trigger the secondary ability of this. So this gives me... Oh, I could trash this for so much money. Do I do that? Do I? You're going to discard a card, by the way.
Awesome.
You're going to take 4 damage right now.
Okay.
You're going to be discarding a card from your hand.
Did you want to get rid of this outpost? I feel like, it's going to do a lot of damage to you.
You're going to take 4 damage right now. You're going to discard a card from your hand.
Okay.
I need to decide what is my math? I'm looking for a value of 6. Means I need a value of 8 to purchase it. This set of 6 plus this. So I would have a value of 2 to just dig through stuff. That's not enough to just clean the market and dig in. I could go ahead and buy that base. It'd be a value of 7 for me because the next base I acquire this turn costs 1 less, which isn't terrible. Could also buy a base for 1 and see where I'm sitting. So this card is not technically played yet.
Okay.
I'm going to spend... Wait, do I have to play this for that to...
You do.
I see. Do I get the top effect and the bottom effect if I discard to trash it? So this would be 6 total money if I decide to trash it.
If you decide to trash it, yes. And completely scrap it, no longer have it for the rest of this round. Or this game.
Do I have to decide that before I start spending the coins from it?
Yes.
I do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would think so, yes.
Man. Or I could just go to ripping your hind limbs off.
You could.
There's a lot of options here.
Yeah, I mean, I literally only have 14 points left. Not even... Yeah, I have 14 points left.
I'm going to spend 2 on the archer.
Okay.
It's a value 3 base. That is not what I'm looking for.
And that does an extra 2 points of damage.
Does an extra 2 damage to you.
Okay.
Value 3 base is not what I was hunting for. I'm hunting for a value 6 and preferably a value 6 base because I haven't been able to upgrade a base yet. I, right now, am sitting at a potential of 8 money or an additional 3 money and 2 damage would be 5 money. I think...
Just grab that other cluster and see what comes out.
It wouldn't leave me with enough
It's a great purchase, though.
It wouldn't leave me with enough to
It's
upgrade.
super valuable.
Anything doing additional damage to you at the moment?
No.
No. Oh, and what's this big guy do? Is it worth investing in? 3, you may put the next ship you acquire this turn directly on top of your deck. I like this, but the shield is really the only value I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. I am going to go ahead and play this down. That's an additional 2 damage. I'm going to scrap this card for a total value of 6, 7, 8 left to buy. And I'm going to buy 1, 2, 3, and 4.
What do I look like? Do I look like a pincushion? Because he's throwing all kinds of crazy damage at me. What? I don't understand this. It's like I'm getting a bloodletting constantly. Everything I turn around, he's got 5 points of damage sitting on me. This is ridiculous.
Do you know what happens when you remove the legs of a flamingo? It turns into a pincushion. What did I say about missiles?
Yeah, that is not great. Very poor.
I mean space vessels that,
yeah,
are definitely not blowing you up.
I have an absolutely horrendous hand this turn.
Oh no!
Like the worst you could possibly have.
You get to buy. That's why you wanted me to dig. You wanted me to clean the market.
I needed you to clean the market a little bit because I'm doing 4 points of damage to you. Yay me!
Yeah, that's good.
Yay me!
That's good.
And then I've got 6 money to do something with here. The good news is I'm going to buy this trade station and I'm going to upgrade it with the other 3 money that I have available.
Cool. Oh, reset the market. And let me rip your hind limbs off.
Yep. You're going to take me out this turn for sure.
Scout. Archer is here. Digger is here. Explorer's going to be blowing up, so let me check the math at the moment. Sadly, my Archer's not going to get the extra benefit. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage coming to you. You're 2 damage away.
2 damage away.
And does anything deal damage immediately? When you acquire this card, you may scrap a card in your hand, discard a card. You may draw a card. Draw a card and discard a card. That's what I'm going for. So, 2 scouts. No, I've already played. This is being trashed. This is only 1 money. So this lets me purchase this. Finder lets me draw a card and discard a card. I am too short. You're going to be down to 2 health left.
All right. I live for 1 more round.
What a shame.
I know it looks a little hopeless right now. I know. I get it. I only have a few points of health left. But I know that I have at least 2 more bases left in my deck. And one of them is the one that's actually going to give me an extra shield. So that might be enough to push me just past to the edge. And then maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to upgrade this final card here and with a 6 and be able to win the game diplomatically. Because really, that's what it's all about. None of this missile stuff, throwing damage everywhere. That's not how you really win the game. The way that you win this game is through diplomacy and conversation.
All right.
Oh.
So here's some good news. I got the war camp out. So
late.
At least you have to hit me for 6 points of damage before you can truly take me out.
It's too late, you
I've
fool.
also got my
Holy
other
cow.
moon yard finally is out.
Now your engine's coming together.
Yeah, eventually. And let's see here. I have my lifter and my finder. And then I have 1 extra card here just in case I need something else. So, for the record, right now, you are taking 8 points of damage.
That's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
I'm not.
It's helpful.
I'm not, like, you're on the back end a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not bad off, though. Another turn of that is serious business.
It is serious business.
This is actually a bit of a problem. I think I have enough damage to punch through, but I overlooked the sense of defense that West has in his board. Regaining health and playing out a ton of bases puts me kind of on my back foot. I need this next turn to go right. I cannot take another barrage of 11, 12, 13 damage in a single swing. This is closer than I thought it was.
here's the question. I've got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Buy everything?
I need the 6 just like you do.
Yeah, we both have that left.
So I'm gonna use this extra one right here, but I'm gonna use 1 off this. So I have, what did I say again? 9
8 left.
Yeah. Okay. So I have 8 left. I'm gonna pull this. It allows me to draw a card.
Okay.
And then I can potentially discard a card.
I need to know. It's a 4.
Not a 6. Dang it. Almost. Okay, so drawing a card, I will take this, and I will discard this one. That is way better, so that's going to do an additional 5 points of damage to you, and it's going to give me 2 points of health back.
Wow, we're even on health now.
Yes, and I have 8 left.
That's a problem.
I have 8 left.
That's a serious problem.
So I can't win diplomatically because it's not a 6.
Yep.
So then the real question becomes, the next base I acquire costs 1 less, and I may acquire a card of cost 2 or less for free and put it on the top of my deck.
Interesting.
So I'm going to acquire a cost for 2 or less for freezies and put it on top of my deck. Please be a 6. It's an 8. Okay, also, this says when I acquire this card, I can scrap a card in my hand, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to take this.
Oh, man.
And when I acquire this, it does 5 points of damage to you.
What is that thing? West! That's your turn?
That's my turn.
That's a big old turn.
It's a big turn.
Oh, my gosh.
Now let's see if I can survive to play one more.
That's terrifying. You're sitting at 10 health right now.
Yes, with that.
Scout. Those two are going to go ahead and purchase. Oh, wait. That one needs 5. 3. 5.
Okay.
Buying this. When you acquire this card, deal 3 damage.
Okay, so far, you can't get through my shield. So I'm holding with 3 damage.
But it goes 3 on there, right?
It would be 3 to hit this, yes.
Okay. So that's there. Then, this adds 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That combines to make it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh. You got me by
12, 13, 14.
Plenty then.
I had it.
Very nice.
Is there an end result, or is it just start the next session?
So, yeah, it looks like we just grabbed the next ones, and let's see what happens in section 2, just in case anything fun and exciting.
I mean, we're going to be playing section 2.
Yeah.
So
we will
see
you get the victory point.
Oh,
very spiffy card.
All right. I mean, the video's not over. We're talking as if the video's over. We're playing again, literally right now.
It's just a reset.
Yeah.
I thought I was playing right. I thought I had a foolproof plan. I can't even say foolproof plan because I clearly wasn't a foolproof plan. I was going fine, and then the trade row just hated me, and Jesse threw bombs at me, and it was very inappropriate, and I don't like it. You know what? First out of the gate doesn't always mean that you're going to win. Long shots work, okay? I got to regroup here, play smarter, do a better job, invest in explorers if the road isn't going well for me. I can still pull this out. I got plenty of time.
If it squawks like a duck, walks like a duck, and flocks like a duck, you've got a barrage of missiles heading in your direction. You're screwed.
A bright beacon of freedom shines in the outer rim. The Star Empire is born. The Trade Federation licks its wounds but recovers quickly. Haha.
I mean,
factions from both sides see their alliances sway with the tides of war. At the start of each player's turn, they may draw a card and then discard a card.
Ooh, okay.
We still have the option that if either player uses all of their Game 2 upgrades, that you can win diplomatically.
Now, this is unique because we still have our Game 1 upgrades available.
Correct.
But only Game 2, the Game 2 panel, is the thing that matters. Now, instead of adding brand new cards into the deck, we just add more upgrade pathways.
Correct.
it's a cool puzzle.
It is a cool puzzle.
Who goes first now, though?
You will go first because you won. So
I go first because I won.
It is a disadvantage to go first because you only get 3 cards.
I mean, clearly not that much of a disadvantage. Am I right?
I mean, we'll see, I guess.
Clearly, West, not that much of a disadvantage. All right, we've established our health.
That looks so much more than.
Do you want to count it?
No, I don't. It's fine.
You have more gold than me.
I know. It just looks more when it's on your side.
I'm good. Honestly, after the last game, I think I'm in a really good position here. I'm going to focus in on getting as much damage as possible and really build around one core faction. The King and the Kingdom. I want the Imperials to be my arsenal against West. As long as the market gives me the cards that I need, I hopefully can buy into the historic ones I've upgraded and start upgrading a new pathway forward. 3 cards. And let's start this chaos. 1, 2, 3. Do I want to keep 3, or do I want to scrap 1 and draw up again? I'm going to scrap 1. Well, not scrap. I'm going to discard 1 and draw up. That's what the ability says.
Yep.
Single damage there. I'm fine with that because I wasn't going to be able to buy into an upgrade pathway initially anyway. So I'd rather have, instead of a spare coin, a point of damage in my deck cycling a bit.
For the record, that's one of your upgraded cards.
I see that. I didn't have 4 to purchase it anyway.
Yeah.
Now, if you purchase it, it doesn't do that much for you. Because you'll very rarely be able to trigger the Sunbeam.
Probably.
Unless you pull 2 of my cards, which does overextend your hand a bit.
It does.
Here's the question. Do I go immediately for an archer, or do I start buying into a cluster? This did really well against you.
It did.
But I love my archers more than you could imagine.
Yep.
So we're buying into an archer. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to upgrade into it, but we're doing 3 damage to you. And that
feels like the game never ended.
Is how a game begins. Oh, that's very pretty.
So I have 5 points. I'm going to, because I can't do it worse.
Congratulations.
Same thing. Okay, so I still have 5. And see, here's the fun part, is none of those are technically my upgraded pieces, but I really like trade stations. So I'm totally going to do that and hope that one of the upgraded cards would come out. So I have 2 left.
What's your benefit for when you immediately get that?
When I acquire this card, I may draw a card and discard a card. So I am going to draw a card and pretend that I never played this card. And draw exactly the same card so that I can discard it. I have 2 more left, so I'm going to buy an exploder. No, I'm going to buy a cluster because I feel like I need as many bases as possible. What's your benefit on that? I can scrap a card from my hand, but I did use both of them to do it.
This is all about a rewind. This particular strategy I'm using this time is the one that I normally play with. Clearly, Jesse's a little better than I thought he was. So I'm going to go for as many of the bases as I possibly can, stack my deck with them to cause as much disruption and frustration as possible, because he has a lot of extremely powerful damage cards. So I need to mitigate as much of that as I possibly can. I think this strategy is going to be much more effective.
Here we are. 3 by power initially out of the gate. We have an Imperial Fighter, which is going to deal 2 damage. And if I have a paired card with it and another 2 damage, I do have a paired card with it, which is a Smuggler. We're also going to be drawing up another card. Total of 5 by power and 4 damage coming in your direction. Now, here's the question. Do I buy a Dumb Digger? Because I could upgrade into it.
You could.
But I don't need to. I could buy my own card. However, that Lifter card, it gives me a lot of point value. And I appreciate the point value. However, it's not something that you're probably going to buy, and I don't have anything to pair with it at the moment. The Tower is more attractive to me. When you acquire this card, deal your opponent 2 damage, and the Tower is going to be installed in my deck.
How, Jesse Anderson?
What's that?
You put an exploder in the...
I didn't.
Okay.
Why would you think I put an exploder in there?
Because you were the only one who bought them the last round.
Can we rename these to exploders instead of explorers?
That's what I've always called them.
Yeah.
That's all I've ever used them for is to explode. Okay, let's see what we got here. So I have a Federation shuttle, and I have a system police card. So the good news is I'm getting 4 points of back, and I'm going to do 2 points of damage to you, but I also get to draw another card, which is completely and utterly useless again.
I'm happy for you.
So, let's see. I have a total of 5 purchasing value, and I do 1 more point of damage to you, unless I potentially do something different.
You probably won't.
I probably won't. So what I'm going to do is take my...
Yeah, that one. Or, okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to take this cluster and I'm going to upgrade it.
Okay.
It costs 3 to upgrade, so that's...
First base upgrade for either of us. I wish I'd been able to establish a base upgrade already, but they're kind of hard to get.
Yep.
You paid the 3 for that?
I did, so I paid everything. Now, technically, I could scrap this, which I'm going to do.
Okay.
So that's what the extra sticker allows, or the previous one did this.
What are we pulling out? When did these go backwards? Can you reset those cards in the right direction?
Yes, I will do that. That is my turn. I do need that sticker pack over there, though, please.
This one here?
Yeah.
And 3 damage has been pinged.
Just 2.
Just 2? Oh,
just 2, yeah, because I got rid of the other one.
That one. All right, pretty simple turn for me to start with. 3 buy going down, establishing the tower, which is going to start dealing you 2 damage, and
Great.
playing a Viper. So 3 damage headed in your direction and 3 buy power on my end. And with that 3 buy power, I think I'm going... I see what I could do.
Mm-hmm.
Is it interesting enough to upgrade a digger?
Yeah, you should. I feel like that's a great play.
Or do I just buy another exploder? I'm going to buy the digger.
Okay.
So something gets pulled out there. I'll spend the 2 coins that I have.
Did you want to scrap this out of your hand?
To upgrade. Do I want to scrap the Viper instead of dealing the extra point of damage?
Nah, you should keep it.
I am going to scrap the Viper. I kind of hate doing it, but I don't like having my hand filled with, like, basic
Garbage.
cards.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, your turn.
Okay. So, here we go. I have a cluster, and I have a trade station.
That's an issue.
3 points here. So,
I don't like that. Can I have that sticker sheet?
Yes. So I'm definitely doing 2 points of damage to you.
Okay.
And I have a total of 4 available.
Yeah, Harold, just put that one over on the side. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I apologize. There's so much building going on right now. So many bases need to be taken care of. I currently have 7 in my inventory, and I'm feeling quite secure. As a matter of fact, every time I'm playing something down, I feel like... I could have a conversation with Jesse, and maybe we could stop all this silly foolishness, because clearly his anemic attacks are really not doing much for me. Not really hurting me in any way, shape, or form. I feel quite confident in my ability to overcome and to work out a mutual exclusive arrangement of he just shuts the hell up and takes the damage and just ends the game for me. I'm going to win. It's fine.
Have you considered not doing any damage to me?
I have considered that, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Unfortunately, see, here's where the majority of my problem lies. When doing something fun, it is much more difficult. So the lifter here, I'm going to go ahead and acquire... Man, should I acquire yours or should I just take this one? Because technically, this lifter is still one of those. So it would still sync with this, but it wouldn't give this benefit.
It is.
to
You'd
me.
never get the bottom benefit.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I could scrap it for
And you
a
also-
whole bunch of coin.
You also wouldn't get the immediate benefit.
This is true.
I'm fine if you take that. I'm not trying to defend that card.
Yeah.
I never actually liked the captain of that ship.
Yeah. Was he rude to you?
He put
Did he
baloney.
mouth off?
He uses baloney as deodorant.
Ooh, that's really gross.
So take him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and take this other trade station because why not? It's an extra shield, and I know how much you enjoy doing damage to me.
I do like doing damage to you.
But when I acquire this card, I can draw an extra card and discard a card. The real question is, do I want to do that? Yeah, I do. So it's just a scout. Fantastic.
How much damage is coming my way?
Just 2.
Trade stations are nice. That coin generation is going to be powerful. This is going to determine my entire play right now. Smuggler to draw a card. Hello, beautiful. That is succulent.
I don't like when you say things like that. It usually is very bad.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage, and 4 by power.
And I discard a card.
And you discard a card.
So 11 damage?
11 damage, you discard a card.
Goodness gracious.
And 4 by power. I'm going to purchase my own archer, which has no immediate effect.
Because it's already been upgraded.
Sadly, I like the immediate effects. 2 by power left, and we're gonna start acquiring explorers.
That I don't like. Okay, so I have to discard a card, which is maybe not a horrible thing. We'll see how it goes. The good news is... Oh, wait. I take 4 less damage because you killed my station.
Fair.
I forgot about that. Okay. Because I got another station.
Your trade stations are annoying.
Yes,
they're now just a
beautiful
blockade of health.
I also have a Federation shuttle, and I have a system police, so I get to draw another card, which, wouldn't you know, brings out another cluster. And that gives me 8 points of health back, which is fabulous.
My strategy is working perfectly. As a matter of fact, everything I could possibly think of is working beautifully. I have so many bases that right now he can hardly get a point of damage on me. And even if they're the ones that aren't the immediate shields, he's still killing them constantly because they're giving me health back left and right. My strategy is working perfectly. It's amazing. I'm totally going to win this one.
Just beautiful. Unfortunately,
4 by power.
I do only have 4 by power, but I am going to do 6 points of damage to you, which 2 of that's going to be that. So I'm only going to do 2 points of... So you're only going to take 2 points of damage. I'm getting rid of that.
Ah, gotcha. I like my tower, though.
Your tower is nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 4 here, and 4 really doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. I'm going to take the lifter. So when I acquire this, I can draw a card and discard it, which is beautiful to get rid of that.
Some money.
And there's a Reaper for you.
Hello, Reaper. Okay, let's see if I can do what I need to do. We're going to go ahead and play down an Imperial Fighter and a Digger. Digger's upgraded, so because it is paired, I get to draw a card and then discard a card. Yes. Draw a card, discard a card. Going to have a total of 5 by power, and we're going to be doing 4, 5, 6, 7 damage to you. I'm going to rip off both of your choppers, your clusters.
Okay.
And then, does damage accumulate or not?
No.
So both your clusters are gone. Although I could better use... I'm going to leave the non-upgraded cluster, and I'm going to take down your trade station.
Okay.
Because that uses all of my damage evenly. Value of 5. We're going to go ahead and purchase this card right here. Dealing 3 damage. That 3 damage is going to rip through your cluster.
Okay.
See why I did that there?
That was very good.
Yep.
Yeah. Looky, there's another Imperium station coming out. I hope I have enough to buy that. And wouldn't you know, I sure do.
No.
It's so pretty.
Not enough to upgrade it, though.
Nope, but when I acquire this card, I may draw a card, which means I actually will get to shuffle through my deck.
There's a chance you draw into something nice.
Yep.
Okay.
But I have to draw... Oh, it doesn't even say discard. It's just draw.
Just draw.
It's an extra trade.
Yay!
Which I'll buy a Sentry for, which means it does 2 points of damage to you.
Oh.
So that works.
It's actually not terrible for you.
No.
All right. Coming over to me.
It is.
Smuggler. Draw up a card. Scout. 4 by value at the moment. Double archers. That's going to be 4, 5, 6. 10 damage coming to you because they do pair off of each other.
Yeah, it's actually 11 damage.
11 damage?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. Yep, you're right. 11 damage coming towards you.
Okay.
and a buy value of 4. What do I want to buy? I have not been able to upgrade as much as I would like so far. Oh. What do I buy into?
You should buy that Reaper.
The Reaper's cool.
Yeah.
When you buy this card, you get to scrap a card from your hand. I couldn't use that right now.
Well, you could scrap this Archer. I mean, it seems
Yeah.
superfluous at the moment.
I don't mind the traders either. I think I'm going to go 2 into Exploders.
Of course you are.
I know. Piles and piles and piles of Exploders. The Explorer Missile. We've established this. As long as I can get a clear line of sight, it's a lot of damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. At least you haven't made me kick away all my cards. So that
I liked the
really
discard
not cool.
cycle that I had before.
Hello, beautiful. Some gorgeous trade stations.
So much defense.
I also picked up my lifter, and unfortunately none of those are upgraded, so I'm not going to get that, which is really not cool. Okay, so I am going to have a total of 5, 6 available, 7, 8 available, and one of them can cost 1 less.
Okay.
Which means that it would be silly for me not to take advantage. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 and 3 is 5. I'm going to take this and upgrade it.
Oh, straight into an upgrade.
Yep.
Nice. I mean, not good for me. Very solid for you, though. Earl! Oh, this is a different Earl. This is not my Earl.
It's not your Earl?
No.
Oh, and when I acquire this card, I can scrap a card in my hand or the discard pile. I still do have this, so I'm going to scrap it.
Okay. I'm concerned about your... You learned from the last game that you need defense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned about that.
I wouldn't be concerned about that at all. Can I have those little stickers, please?
I'm concerned that I'm going to learn in this game that I need defense.
Not a big deal.
Because I'm doing a lot of heavy damage to you.
You are.
But a lot of that, like, you're going to have 120 health by the end of this, equivalent to my 50.
I mean, we'll see. It just depends on how it goes.
It's already going in that direction.
It's doing very well
I'm
for me.
speaking towards things that are currently happening, West.
Mm-hmm.
3 buy power. We are placing down a tower, which is going to start pinging you for damage, which I appreciate. And my Imperial Fighter sadly doesn't pair with anything, but it will cycle a card out of your hand. So, 4 damage coming to you.
Okay.
I'm going to take out one of your trade stations.
Okay.
You're going to discard a card from your hand, and I have 3 buy power to do whatever it is I would like. I'm going to go ahead and purchase... Oh, that 2 damage won't cut through, right? And it also won't accrue.
Sure won't.
It's very disappointing. When I acquire this card, you may draw a card and discard a card. Do I want to do that? Or do I think I'm going to drop into something that I don't really need? I could purchase that, but I don't have an upgrade pathway for it anyway. I'm going to buy one of these.
Another exploder.
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay. It's a beautiful day for some clusters.
Stop.
So the good news is here, I don't technically have anything that works with that, but I did draw one, so I get 4 more health, which is just beautiful.
Your health generation and defense right now is way too strong.
It's good. It's very good.
I need so many more missiles, West.
So I'm gonna do 6 points of damage to you. So 2. You're gonna take 4
Tearing that
here.
down?
Yep. And you're gonna take 2, and then I have 3 points to work with here. So with my 3 points, do I take Earl, or do I upgrade a trader? You know what? I feel like upgrading a trader is the right way to go.
I don't like you.
So I am upgrading my trader here.
Man.
And that will be the end of my... Look at that. Oh. See, there's a nice one for you.
Sadly, I can't upgrade that card.
No?
I've already spent all my upgrades. Not all of them. I've already spent some of my upgrades. Alright. Is that it?
That is it.
Okay. Let's play this game.
You took your 6 damage, right?
Let's play this game. Knight is going down 3 damage plus draw a card.
Okay.
Oh, that's the wrong deck. I would love to draw that tower. Oh, didn't really need that card, but that's okay. Archer.
Ooh.
Pairing up together. All of them. Beautiful. Combination.
That is
Big
a lot.
boons. Love it. So, we're going to be sitting at 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So
Yeah.
10 and 5 more damage. Missiles and damage and destruction. Oh! I just wiped out everything. Everything in front of him. We're good. The amount of damage I'm slinging in his direction is going to be crushing.
I keep forgetting that everything in this particular setup for the Trade Federation is all about regen. Regen and defense. I just gotta focus more on regen and defense. I'm not an exploder kind of guy. I don't throw tons of damage at people. I regen and defense. I play the long game.
It's not very nice. It's not very nice.
And I have a buy value of 1 and either 2 more exploder cards or a buy value of 5. I am going to do a buy value of 5.
Okay.
Because I'm grabbing Earl.
Okay.
And I'm upgrading Earl.
That's probably smart. And what is Earl? So does 2 more damage to me.
Wait. I don't have to upgrade immediately, do I?
You don't have
the
to.
market would have came out.
Yep.
Now this is a whole different decision.
So either way, I'm taking 2 extra points of damage.
When I buy him, yeah. Do I upgrade Earl, which is a long-term benefit, or do I buy into another Archer, which is just heavy damage? I think I'm upgrading Earl. I'm sticking with what I originally said. Long-term, I think it's the right pathway here.
Probably so.
But I do love what's happening right now.
I don't. Just for the record, in case anybody wanted to know. The good news is, I do have another Emporium out now.
Stop!
So we're getting covered.
You realize I keep ripping through all of your defenses.
It's very inappropriate of you, and I don't appreciate it.
The kingdom is on my side.
I do have a Sentry here, and I've got a Federation shuttle, but with nothing in here to do anything with, it's very frustrating. So let's see what we got here.
That sticker sheet.
I'm definitely doing 3 points of damage to you for surezies.
Okay.
And then the real question is...
Again, have you considered not doing that damage?
I have thought about it
Okay.
for a moment.
Yep.
And then I realized that would be dumb.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a little hard on yourself, but
Yeah.
none of us expect more.
I think the smart thing for me to do here, which is usually not what I do, is to take this guy
Yeah.
and find something really not fun to
That
play with.
hunter's amazing.
So
High
here-
cost between gold and damage.
Yeah. It says when I acquire this card, I get to draw and discard. So I'm going to draw a card, and I drew exactly the same thing I already had in my hand. Man, okay. So that goes in the discard pile. And I have 2 points left. But I also have these. So I feel like overall, the smart thing for me to do here is to go ahead and take this Archer away from you so that you don't buy it some other time and
I don't mind.
2 more points of damage to you.
I don't mind. That's fine.
Ugh, and I still have 2 more points to use.
Sounds difficult.
So I'll buy this card and do 2 more points of damage to you. And I still have 1 more point left.
Yeah. Oh, hi. Who put that in there?
I'm not sure. I don't really want that one, but I do have other cards that work with that. Nah, I'm just going to leave it. Calling it
Pausing?
good. Yep.
All right. Over to moi. Draw a card. Don't mind if I do. This plays down. Draw a card, then discard a card. Don't mind if I do. Sadly, piles of scouts, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Current buy power. And 3 damage.
Yeah.
5 buy power is enough for me to buy into a 3 or a 2.
Ooh. That doesn't do anything to me because I have this Emporium up. So 3 points of damage does nothing.
Destroy the Emporium.
Okay.
Don't worry, I was holding on to a card just in case. Thank you for indicating what needed to be explodable. 5 buy power.
I always dislike it when you kill it before I have drawn my stuff.
5 buy power, I say.
Mm-hmm.
And none of these work very well for me. 2 more exploders. I feel like I've destroyed the same space colony 5, 6, 37 times. I think it's an egregious travesty that he keeps putting human populations in front of my missiles. Honestly, he should probably be written up for war crimes. And 2, how do they keep recruiting and building bases so quickly? Their people keep dying. It's not my fault. I just need to blow up the right thing.
All right. So here we are. We're at that place again where I pull out another location here.
Yay.
So the good news is I get 2 points of health back.
Yay.
And I'm going to do 2 damage to you.
Oh, great. It's actually not, it's not going as well for me as I would like.
This is true. And then I have, at the very least here, I have 1 more card in my hand in case I'm going to do something else with it. The next base that I acquire this turn costs 1 less, and I have 5 so far. We'll call it 6 because I'm going to pull something here. Nope, we're going to call it 5.
Mm-hmm.
No, 6.
Math is
6. Hard. Yes, math is very hard. So I'm going to take this Hunter, which means that I can scrap a card in my hand.
Okay.
And, of course.
A digger.
The good news is I am going to upgrade this. So that will be here. So that means I still have 1 left over. And I'll go ahead and take this digger. But I don't have any other cards in my hand. So that is unfortunate.
Level 3 trade station base. All right. Is that your play?
That is my play.
So, I've got a scout, and 3 exploders.
So I'm assuming you're going to do a whole bunch of damage here.
I'm going to...
Stickers.
I'm going to aim 6 damage down the barrel.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my 2 scouts to purchase another exploder.
Are you doing damage to this?
I don't think so.
No?
No,
You're
just
going to
you.
let it ping you every time for 2 points? And let me gain 2 health every turn?
Does it give you 2 health every turn?
Every turn.
Yeah, I'll deal 5 damage to that and 1 damage to you.
Okay.
I don't like it. All right, your turn.
Okay. Well, there's a little bit of a cluster. I've got another trade station. And I have a trader. So that's going to be... the good news is that this...
Do you realize I've killed you like
this,
twice over already?
So I get 7 more health back. And...
the amount of damage I'm doing is gross compared to how much, like...
It's beautiful.
You're just sacrificing your people.
I am. But that's the good of the Trade Federation. So I'm going to do 5 points of damage to you currently. I have a total of 3, 4, 5 that I can use here. And wouldn't you know, I just got to take this guy. So that leaves me 2 left. And I'll take this one, which leaves me 1 left. Oh, look, there's another Earl. And I'm just going to leave that alone. Oh, but wait, I didn't do the 2 things for taking these. When I acquire this card, I can draw a card and discard a card. And when I acquire a card, I can draw a card and discard a card. So technically, I'm just going to hold this scout in my hand and see if there's anything else fun that pops up. That's a scout. And wouldn't you know, there's an Earl. That's beautiful. So I'm so glad I got that. That was great. And I'll get rid of this traitor here.
I am playing down a tower. I'm playing down an archer. I'm playing down an archer. I'm playing down an imperial fighter. I'm playing down a scout. The amount of damage I can do
is impressive.
Is horrific compared to the amount of defense you can just take.
Yes.
So we are currently going to be doing 2, 4, 8, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage.
Okay, so...
And you're going to discard a card.
So that's 9 points of damage left after I get rid of these two. Do you want to take out this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So everything
6 points
and
of damage.
6 points of damage.
Diplomacy. That's the key to everything. As a matter of fact, I'm going to offer Jesse a beautiful peace lily. You know, for when you kill someone, you give them a peace lily. That's what I've always heard. There's tons of them at funeral homes. So I'm going to offer him a peace lily in the form of a diplomatic immunity for me winning diplomatically. Diplomatically? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm going to win. Who cares?
Feels like so little for the chaos that I have wrought upon your brow.
It is helpful.
That's it. One stays out.
All right. Well, unfortunately, this turn
is bad.
It's not going to be as beautiful as the last one, but I do still have a cluster to put out, which is very nice.
Stop.
And I have a finder here, which allows me to acquire a card of 2 or less and put it on top of my deck.
Only the digger, well, the explorer too, technically.
Yeah, but I'm going to hold on to that for now, because I think I'm going to use it as a total of 4 value, and see what I can get with that. I can't believe that there's nothing better than that. Do I take the hunter? Or do I take your terrible lifter? Or do I just take the reaper? Because I have a lot of those. I'm going to take the reaper.
Okay.
That's 4 value. And, oh, look, there's another reaper left.
Reaper.
And for funsies, we're going to do some more damage here, too. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So kill that and take 3 points of damage.
Every time I put out my tower, it seems like you kind of get rid of it. 1 buy, draw a card.
I feel like you have that card every single hand. It's crazy. Ooh, those are some good scouts.
3 scouts.
Oh, I forgot to look at what the card was at that bottom.
3 damage, draw a card. Man, you're very frustrating.
Yep.
3 damage to that.
Okay.
Peel it off your basin. 2 exploders, 4 damage to you.
Okay.
4 buy power, which is going to go ahead and secure me. Earl, you're going to get 2 more damage.
Okay. There it is. There's another beautiful cluster. So pretty. Okay, so let's start off. We gotta put out an Emporium again, because I feel naked without something sitting
Every
there.
hand he has, like, someone go through and add up the amount of damage I've done to him so
It's got to be a lot.
It's horrible.
It has to be a lot. Okay, you're Stolen Archer, which makes me feel good. And then I've got a Trader here, which will match with this. So, and this matches with this. So I get all of that. So I'm going to get another 7 points back.
Oh my gosh.
And
oh man, this is not my game.
I'm going to do 4 points of damage to you for Scherzies. And I have a total of 5, 6, 7 points that I can use here. And nothing is of the right amount, which is very frustrating. It's very frustrating. So I'm going to go ahead and get this other cluster. That's 2. And that means that I have... Oh, that's pretty. The cluster also allows me to scrap a card from my hand.
Okay.
All right. So I spent 2, and I have 5 left. Why?
What are you gonna buy?
Why? I'm gonna buy the Reaper, which would allow me to scrap a card from my hand, but I don't have anything. And ooh, there's another tower for you. I'm gonna leave the rest alone.
Okay. How frustrating. All right. 3 buy. Digger's going out. Good job, Digger. Thanks for working for me. It's going to be pairing up with my Earl. So draw a card, then discard a card. So one of those scouts might leave, which it will. Imperial Fighter is coming into the mix. So let's take a look at our combination here. Currently, we're sitting at 3, 4, 5, 6 buy power. I'm doing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to discard a card.
I discarded a card.
So 2 damage beyond that.
2 damage.
And 4, 5, 6 buy power. We're going to purchase a tower.
Okay.
For 4.
And what does the tower let you do?
Tower, you take 2 damage.
2 more damage, okay.
And we're going to purchase another Explorer. All right.
This is terrible.
That was so awful. Oh, what a bad hand.
But it's not what I wanted. Is the problem.
How? I feel awful. I feel so bad for you.
Do you, though?
Yeah.
I don't feel like you do.
Your suffering is really imbued upon my heart.
Yeah. Okay, 2 points of damage to you.
Thank you.
And I have a value of 2. So I'm going to acquire this for 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then it allows me to draw a card and then discard a card. And I get exactly the same stupid thing. So I still have 1 left. I still have 1 left, so I'm going to buy this, which will allow me to scrap a card from my hand.
Okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
Wow. A castle.
That's awesome.
That's pretty. All right. Not the best turn on my end. We've got a tower going down. Did you do any damage to me? Oh,
I did 2 points, yeah.
We have a smuggler. She's going to let me draw a card.
Okay.
Not what I'm looking for, though. We have an archer, which is going to pair with the tower. Looking at another draw a card if I trash this.
Mm-hmm.
I still get all the damage, though, right?
Is
it either or?
I think you get everything.
Yeah, so it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus I'm going to trash this to draw a card.
So that's these guys.
Okay. That's it. I cannot believe that's it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's what we're doing. We're looking towards late game. Buying the knight, upgrading the knight.
Oh, interesting.
I think I've lost this one. Next game matters, though. Next game matters.
The prince.
How do I want to upgrade this? Who?
The prince.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to do this.
Okay.
Ah. Okay.
And you do 3 more points of damage to me. Did you want to knock out my cluster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to.
It is my upgraded one, so.
I have to. It's so annoying.
All right. While you're working on that, I'm going to put up my next trade station.
Okay.
And also the moon yard, which has been upgraded as well. So I'll get 2 more health back for that. And I've got these beautiful sentries here.
Have you considered just leaving me alone?
I have thought about it momentarily.
Yep.
But I didn't really feel like it was good.
No.
I don't think it worked very well.
Disappointing. Okay.
Yeah. So this round is all about damage, apparently, because I have nothing else that I'm able to really do. I only have 2 points, but guess what? I'm going to buy an exploder as well, because why the heck not? And I'm going to do a total of 8, 9, 10 points of damage to you.
Okay.
And that means 6 points of damage to you, because I'm obviously getting rid of that.
It's so frustrating. Is that it?
That is it.
All right, we've got a knight and an archer. The knight's going to let me draw a card, so let's see if we can shuffle into something beautiful. These two are going to pair together, which is very solid, giving me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage at the moment. Draw up, and a handful of 4 scouts. 9 damage,
Okay.
which wipes out both your things.
Is that what you wanted to do? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't matter at this point. Like I'm done.
My hand is way too big is the problem. There's so many cards in it.
This is not going my way. Apparently West has figured out that regen, defense, and the long game is his strategy. I'm going to have to change plans moving into the next session because I think this one is about written in stone. Going to buy and explore.
That's it? Just one explorer? Okay. The bad news for myself is I actually didn't get any not ships, but the other things.
The words.
The words that I'm looking for that I can't find. Yeah, I didn't get any of those. The bases.
Yeah.
So I have that, and then I have this, and then I have my trader, which all sync together to give me lots of monies. And then I have these two, which sync together to give me lots of monies. And some health back, which is
Okay.
not... Actually, I don't get the health back because none of these are upgraded, and I don't have any of the others, which is very frustrating. You only have a total of 11 health left. And right now, I can only do 6 points of damage to you. Or I could just go all out and do something way better. So I'm going to acquire the Prince. And the reason I'm acquiring the Prince is because when I acquire it, I do 5 points of damage. So turning these is just one less. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I still have 4 left over. And I do 5 points of damage to you. And I will take my sentry. So I have 3 left over.
Hey, Explorer. Who put that there?
I don't know. 3 left over. I don't really want the hunter.
Have you considered buying the hunter?
I have. Whatever. I'll buy the hunter. It's fine. Why not?
Ooh, and a Guardian comes out. There's some crazy cards in here that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Okay, back on to me.
Yep.
Smuggler, drawing a card, +1 coin. Got a Scout, love a good Scout. We've got an Explorer, love a good Explorer. We've got an Earl. Earl lets me draw a card, then discard a card. Love a good Earl. We've got an Imperial Fighter. We've got a Tower. We've got so much stuff. The Scout's going to be discarded because no one wants that trash in your hand. Imperial Fighter. Knight. So much stuff is happening. West doesn't even know what's happening.
Too much.
Brutal. 3, 4, 5, 6. Going to be buying... Oh, is that all I have? 6, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah, but you're doing a ton of damage
6.
right now.
I'm going to discard my Earl to gain that extra coin.
Okay.
So 7 total. You can probably guess why I'm doing that.
Yep.
Because I'm purchasing this, and we're going to go ahead and upgrade
Ooh.
a Moonyard.
Man, I've got to kill you fast.
So that is this one here. So this slides out, and the upgrade that I'm getting on this is going to make it so that it allows you to draw a card.
What does it say before you do that?
Huh? When you acquire this card, you may scrap a card in your hand or
Or your
discard
discard pile. So
Good. I'm nearly there. I am one purchase away from winning diplomatically, just like I said. It'll come from nowhere. which is exciting, but I have spent on both my 5-level cards, leaving a 2 as the last thing to upgrade. Strategically, that puts me in a position where no matter what, as long as I can cycle the market, which is usually easy to do, I should be able to grab and upgrade something. I just need to survive one more round, and that's looking less and less likely.
No. So this is going to put me in a position where I can now draw a card when I play this, and I could discard it to target the opponent discards a card. I could sub out some of your stuff. All right. Let's get rid of one of these from my pile, and let's take a look at the damage that I'm dealing now, because that was stage 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 damage. Yeah. Now wait, could I also blow this up to get the 2 damage? I think I've been either blowing it up or taking the coins. Mm-hmm. Are we ruling that it's both?
Yeah, you can do both.
Oh, well then I'd immediately blow this up for 13.
Okay.
I didn't know you could. I should have been buying more things then, possibly. Because I've been choosing between the 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get both.
Cool. All right. That's my turn.
Okay, here comes the end of the game.
Yeah.
So, that gives me draw... Ooh. Is it enough? Is it enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. It is enough. Oh, this is going to be beautiful.
What?
This is beautiful. Okay, so I do 2 points of damage, but 2 gold, 4 gold, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, which means it's enough to buy this and win diplomatically by upgrading the final card.
Wow.
So I could kill you if I chose to.
You see, I'm 1 away from a diplomatic victory as well.
I know, but that's why it's going to be so much sweeter that not only could I have killed you because I have enough, but I chose not to because I'm a benevolent leader winning by diplomacy.
Yeah, you're a rebel faction, you're scum.
I am winning by diplomacy.
Here's the sad part. My hand, I was in a position to grab a diplomatic victory this next turn because I left my 2 value thinking I could squeeze it out easily. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. That's a fun twist as well, because it means there's...
Yeah, because...
It's not just damage.
Yeah.
There's a different way to drive endgame.
You could have come from behind and totally won this game in the next round.
What there wasn't, though, the entire time, what there wasn't was a market of upgradable cards. You kept buying through it.
I did.
And I just kept trying to hold my cheeks.
Yes.
All right. Oh, man.
That was fantastic.
Beautiful. We're going to set up for the next game. Hopefully you're enjoying this. If you're not, why are you watching?
Yeah.
If you are... Thank you. At this point in the video, they just are.
They have to be.
Yeah.
They have to be enjoying it.
Or they're asleep.
You know, they could have also downloaded it, because if you download the video, it's good for us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it. I mean, I tried. I tried to hold on. I know. Valiant effort, right? You have to give me some credit on that. I must have done 130, 140 total damage to this buffoon, and he just kept rebuilding and blocking. Next strategy. Here's what I need to do. Buy into my mass amount of damage. Great, good plan. Already have that equipped. Got that up and running. Here's the change. Here's the adaptation. Upgrade more quickly and more strategically. Get myself a couple of those fancy bases to act as defense, and buy them away from West, or clear the market, or do something, anything to keep him from digging into long game. That's where I think I'm weaker. I think my faction wins if I can layer on damage quick, but as soon as he gets entrenched, it's got to be a diplomatic victory or nothing at all.